little sugar boogers, welcome back to the channel for a brand new speed build. Today, you guys, we are going to be creating something super duper important. We are going to basically redo the Foreman family's family home, if that makes sense. So I know I told you a long time ago that the home that they had moved into in Brindleton Bay was going to be the home that they were going to basically live and die in, raise their children. They were going to know no other place. But you guys, as I've been playing the home in these last few episodes, it truly never felt like home to me. With June in City Living and Pace, in San Myshuno, they had their own apartments. Yes, they were like pre-built and I just renovated them to really fit their personal style. But I felt like the home that they were living in didn't fit their personal style. I always envisioned June would have a home built, or she would move into something that had a little more character. And I know what you're saying, Jen, this is like a very generic house. What are you talking about? I don't know what it is. It's just the home that they were living in, the Domus Familiaris, just didn't feel all that familiar. It felt like, I don't know, it just didn't for me. It didn't feel like it was their house. So I asked you guys on Twitter, like literally like 2 days ago, what do you think I should do? Should I recreate their family home, or should I just renovate the one that they're living in now? And oh my God, I don't think I've ever had a poll so damn close together, like, well, like neck and neck or tied, because 65% of you were like, hey, just redo the whole thing, create a new home for them. And then the other 45%, look at me, I can do math, were like, hey, no, just renovate it, because you said that that was going to be the home, their forever home. And I really do want them to have a forever home. So I wanted to create it from my heart, from scratch, so that it really felt like it was truly one of a kind. It was theirs. So that is what I am doing here today. Now, in creating this house, I had a vision. I wanted it to be at least minimum of 5 bedrooms. I actually think this home is 6 bedrooms. So this is a fairly large house. And what I love about it is it has a very cozy, but spacious feel to it. And I don't know, it just feels really homey, like, if that makes sense. So not like homey like you essay, but like homey, I don't know how to say it. And it's also a very unique house to something I would traditionally build. Like, I felt like for whatever reason, it was just so easy to create this house. I struggle a lot when it comes to building, and when I made this one in particular, it was just second nature. Like, I knew what I was going for, and that's what makes it so special, is because it was for a specific family in mind. I do struggle really bad with the interior. It used to be the exterior, which I feel like I'm starting to not master, but definitely get a flair for. The interior is still like a damn jigsaw puzzle, because I create the shell first, and it's really interesting when you go and you look at people's speed builds on how they create their homes. Some people start with like the rooms and they build off of that, and then they kind of like tie in the shell. Some people just build the shell first, like me, and then go in, and then they decorate the inside and then the outside. But I'm really notorious for just kind of like plopping all over the place, and that is so, I don't know, that's really bothersome when I'm watching a speed build, for someone just to like be popping all over. It's like I would prefer them to focus on one part of the house individually, so that way I don't feel like I'm, you know, in a freaking roller coaster ride, if that makes sense, or on a roller coaster ride. So I'm working on it. So this home style, I guess, for Brindleton Bay is considered Cape Cod. You don't even know how long it took me to find out that terminology. I'm like, what kind of houses are these? They're not exactly like coastal, and they're not exactly country. They're like country coastal. But then I looked up Cape Cod, and it just clicked. It's like, aha, this is exactly it. Even though I don't feel like this home is traditionally a Cape Cod home, I definitely feel like it fits the aesthetic of Brindleton Bay. And I really am so proud of this one. I love the way that it turned out. So as you guys can see, you can already get like a little bit of an idea of what the layout is going to be. So on the downstairs floor, we have June and Pace's master suite. They don't have any adjacent bathroom, which I wanted to at first, but it really didn't matter to me. However, we don't have space for a laundry room, so you'll see later. Pace is gonna love this. His workout equipment, y'all, is literally in the laundry room. It's weird, but again, that's what I love about this house, is that it's the Foremans. Like, it doesn't have to make sense. And I also had a really fun time like taking things out of their inventory and putting them back into the home where they belong. It's just really cool. I don't know, I felt like I was playing a game of like a connect the dots or something. So anyways, I know originally I was going to do like a garage, right? So kind of like where Pace and June's room is, like the 3 windows on the bottom. That was supposed to be a garage because I'm not gonna lie, I did get some reference from this one particular house on Google, and I think a lot of people do that. Like the other day, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I hope that I am. The other day I was talking to one of the sim gurus that actually builds homes for the Sims, right? And I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I have been so intrigued by building lately. I really love the way that Maxis or EA creates their houses. I like them. They flow, they work, and I've always wanted to meet the person who created the home. So I think I did meet the person that creates the homes. If not, I got a really good feel for kind of the process, and it felt so reassuring to me that the people that create these homes take 3 hours like I do. Like this house took me 3.5 hours. And B, they do look at reference photos and get inspiration from the interwebs. So that just made me feel like I am doing something right, because sometimes it feels like it just should be second nature. I should know exactly how to build a house. I shouldn't have to look at reference photos. You know, I feel like such a cop-out when I do that. But then to hear that the sim gurus do that too, it just felt like, okay, this makes sense. You know what I mean? So that was kind of cool, and yeah, it did take me 3.5 hours, totally looked at reference photos, kind of had an idea of what I was going to do with the space. At first, though, this big open area that is our formal dining room, or formal living room, was originally just going to have like an extra room to it, but then I felt like it was really cluttered, and it made more sense to walk in to that formal dining room, or living room, versus having Sims just instantly walk into a hallway, if that made sense. Like I really wanted this place to feel cozy, lived in, so I felt like, you know what, we'll just do two living rooms. So I have a formal, and then I have something a little more downplayed, like it's just more of like a family room, and it's kind of off of the dining room, which is really cool. We're using, I think, the brand new table either from Laundry Day stuff, I want to say, or maybe it is from Jungle Adventure, I'm not sure. So here is the upstairs bathroom, and I think we have 2 up here. I want to say this is the bathroom that's kind of like the guest bathroom, and then we have another one over to the side. Actually, I think we have 3 bathrooms. Do we really? Do we really? Okay, no, this is the downstairs. Okay, this is the downstairs bathroom, and then upstairs we have a bathroom that Hawthorne and Clem are going to share. That's going to be great when they get older. And then we also have like an extra little bathroom that the boys can use. So I think there's a total of 6 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, you guys. And what else? Oh, I added a swimming pool. I do. It's true. The Foremans have a pool now, which is great because Clem loves to swim. So I wasn't sure on what type of room I should give June and Pace, because we've been with June since she was basically like an adolescent teen. Not really a teen, but she was like, what, I don't know, maybe like 22, 23. I don't know how old she was. She was really young. She's still a teenager in my book. And so she went through her style phase, right? And as she's getting older, she's starting to like the granny style. And when I was building this home, I'm like, oh my God, y'all, I feel like the quilt, the Tiffany lamp, there's just the color of the wood. I'm like, oh my God, like this was the smack in the damn face that really made me realize the Foremans, June and Pace, they getting old, y'all. And it just kind of made my heart sink a little bit. I was like, so many people would be like hating on me for this room, but I love it. It is so warm and inviting, and just everything and how it's laid out and placed, it just feels like a traditional bedroom. Like it feels real to me. And so in the end, I really do like the way that this space turned out. I wanted to throw up a lot of paintings. I really wanted to make it personal, right? So I went in the inventory, I pulled out some of their family pictures and portraits and things, but I will say, I don't know if you agree with me, I feel like the way that pictures are in the game, that the ones that you take on your cell phone or your camera, when you put them on the wall, they don't look as good as like a painting. They're very like bulky, if that makes sense. Like they stick out a lot. So I wish there was other ways that we could display family portraits and pictures that we take in game, maybe like having like a collage, or when we were able to do it in The Sims 3 where we could put them in photo frames. I just feel like the way that they are hanging on the wall like a big old picture, like it just doesn't seem real to me personally. That's just me. Anyways, this living room is absolute freaking goals. I loved the fact that I was able to take this base game, couch and match it with this cats and dogs armchair. That to me was everything. And this right here gives me just a tiny little, look at Pace trying to sneak in his trophy. June's like, I don't think so, babe. You're gonna put that in the laundry room. That was so cute. I love how you can just kind of mix and match things. I really do. And this definitely gave me a little taste of June. The rug is so traditionally June, and the gray tones as well. I don't know. I really feel like my building style is starting to develop. I think for the longest time, I was so uptight about things being matchy, matchy, matchy. And thanks to Kayla, honest to God, like, she has such a flow about her in the way that she furnishes things, that it doesn't have to match to make sense. Like, using smaller little decorations and clutter items to tie in a more larger item really seems to help for me to get things flowing, and I learned that from her. So if it does seem like I'm picking up a lot of inspiration from her, it's true, I am. And it's because her build style, the way that she does things, is very similar to not my build style necessarily, but what I admire, what I like. And I wasn't a fan of clutter, but I feel like she does it so tastefully that it just makes sense. Again, it makes sense. And I feel like sometimes when I see builds with a lot of clutter, it's just like a whole bunch of things just thrown everywhere, and I don't want that. I want it to make what, guys? Sense. Absolutely. So I had one hell of a damn time with that kitchen. Oh my gosh, I put in some stuff from Jungle Adventure, then I threw in some stuff from Parenthood. I feel like the main packs that I used in this build were Cats and Dogs Parenthood, and I want to say Laundry Day stuff. I also use like teen stuff and things like that too. But here is our little dining room area, and it seats, I think, exactly how many Sims we have in our family. 6. So we have 4 kids, 2 adults, and then we have Sprinkles, and then we also have the kitty who I forgot the kitty's name already. I know Waffle, right? Waffle or something like that. And I really love the fact that I can use this circular table, right? And then I can sit all the chairs around it and not feel like I've totally cluttered up this space. It still feels very like cozy to me, and also extremely functional. And here we are going in with our second living room. And I know you're thinking, like, why would you want 2 living rooms? I don't know. Why not? I don't know. I thought I honestly didn't know what to do with the space. It was either going to be a formal dining area, which I think would be beautiful, but then I wasn't sure what to do with that little like nook area. But then I thought, like, you know when you walk in through the front door and there's just like this gorgeous, beautiful, like, living room awaiting. I don't know. I liked that better. So I had to choose between another like formal dining room area or another living room, and I felt like 2 dining room areas next to each other didn't make sense. This made a little more sense. So it's kind of like the family room, if you get where I'm going. So we have a TV, we have a smaller fireplace, we have some armchairs. I also added in a bookshelf. I think I put in the guitar, that's June's guitar. And then I wasn't sure what to do with the area by the back door that goes off into the porch. So I put in like a little, I don't know what this is called, table, something, display table. I have no idea. So here we are just kind of furnishing that up a little bit. I'm going super fast. I'm actually making myself really freaking dizzy. Usually my builds are not this quick, but if I didn't, oh my god, we would be here for 40 minutes with me trying to build this house. So I'm really happy though. Like, I'm looking back at this and I'm like, damn girl, you really are starting to grow a little bit. I'm proud, because building and being a good builder or a decent builder or whatever, or just liking my builds, is something that I've always wanted. I've always like aspired to accomplish, and I feel like I'm starting to finally get there, and that just means the absolute world to me. Now I will say, I kind of felt like I had an idea of how I wanted this house to look like, and I started kind of losing a little bit of that flair. I'm not sure though. I think I want to say I end up re-wallpapering the house. I feel like I don't use this for some reason. I can't really like pinpoint why that I feel like I switched it up, but I do. And then I got this little, I think that's from Jungle Adventure, that little, like, I think it's like a wine rack or little, I don't know, it has like towels maybe even. I'm not really sure where that came from, but I like that a lot, and I decided to put that in. It was a little, please don't tell me I took that away. I think I actually took away the, what is that called? Oh god, I forgot. My mom used to, incense. Oh my gosh, that was like a perfect thing to add. I wanted to move it and then I forgot about it entirely. Okay, I'll put that back. You know, I put it in the other room. You know what? We can have 2 incense. June really loves the smell. So here we go. Originally, I was like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna give Pace his own workout room, and then I can already hear it. People will be like, there you go, giving poor Pace the short end of the stick. I mean, hello. Always, right? Always. I am a terrible person. So I end up throwing all of his equipment, his trophies, everything into this little room. And I know I feel so bad looking back on it. I'm like, it's pretty funny, but then I also feel it's fine. He doesn't care, you know? He's pretty much like adapt to the fact that, you know, his family comes first. It really, and June's sacrifice. June doesn't have a huge freaking gigantuous kitchen anymore. It's mostly, as you guys can tell, about the family, about having rooms for the kids, about having places to gather as a family, and everything else is kind of like, you know, just a perk. So I don't expect a lot of room for Pace and June because that's not the thing. I feel like the main focus now is upbringing the children, right? And so here we are creating Clementine Foreman's room. This was the biggest thing, you guys, that really hurt me when I was like demolishing the house. I loved Clem's room before. I felt like it was so perfectly her. I felt everything in that room and the way that it was set up and the way that it was laid out and decorated, it just screamed Clementine Foreman. And in the beginning of this build for her room, I'm just like, ugh, like it just screamed IKEA. I don't know why. It wasn't me. So again, I'm really playing with mixing and matching, and I feel like when you mix and match things that just don't even go together, but you try to tie them in by color, it really makes it feel like real. Because I don't know about you guys. I mean, if you're the kind of person that literally buys like an entire bedroom set from one place, great, you know, good on you. I'm not. Like I'm so weird when it comes to furniture. Like the older the better. And so none of my stuff matches either. And I feel like that is the key piece. The aha moment for me is like mix and match, dude. Mix and match all day freaking long. And I just feel like I like my builds a lot better by doing that. Not everything needs to match in that way, you know? Because like I have this really beautiful green vanity, and then I put in the plant, and then that kind of ties in the pop of color there. And then as you guys can tell, like her chair kind of ties in with her bed a little bit. So then that also matches the bookshelf to the curtains. Do you see where I'm going with this? Awesome. Yeah. And then like, look at that. It's starting to come together, and I'm like, yes, Clem would love this room. And that was such a moment for me personally, because I don't want to feel like I made a mistake. That's all that I'm saying. So here we are with Hawthorne's room. This is probably the one that I spent the most time on, because Hawthorne is more of a, I guess she's more of like an earthier sim, like just like her color palette, what I envisioned for her. So I wanted to keep it really earthy. I wanted to kind of give oak tones, maybe a little more deeper mahogany. Another thing June has really started to fall in love with, guys, I don't know if you've noticed, but it's sunflowers. Sunflowers are becoming her favorite type of flower. And it's weird because she never really cared for flowers too much. I mean, Pace has always given her roses and that kind of a thing. So flowers have definitely been a prevalent part of her life, but just something about sunflowers lately. And I don't know if sunflowers like have a special meaning, but they've just been like, I don't know, they've been popping into her head. So she wants to have them in her house. She wants to have them in her yard. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, why didn't I add sunflowers to this place? Like, cause you can't on the outside, right? It's kind of weird. I might add that in later. Who knows? But anyways, guys, I'm just letting you know right now. I'm sorry for anybody who's going to kill me, but I feel like we can be open-minded about this, and we can just pretend that this is their childhood home. I don't know. Or we can pretend that, I don't know. What's the reason? I'm not really sure, but I really love it either way. And if you guys want to download this on the gallery, it'll be available today at Gen 2606. And I think the last few things that we have to do are just finishing up Maddox and Nixon Foreman's room. This is going to be Maddox's room. And Maddox is more of a clean, fashion forward. He really cares about style type of sim. So he's going for a more modern vibe. Irregardless, I know that the house is very like country style, very parenthood, but his room is extremely modern. It is like the odd egg in the basket. And oh my god, wait until you get to Nixon's room. It's a pigsty. And it's so weird because Nixon was always a very clean sim. He always would do his laundry and things like that, but I feel like he's kind of just, he's hitting that teen phase where he just really doesn't care at all. And I love his room. I feel like it is so perfect specifically him. And yeah, alright guys, well, I think that is all I have to say. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, you know what to do, boo. Don't forget to go ahead and comment, rate, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below where the sun does not shine, and I will see you all next time. Bye guys.
Lights out, hearts beating faster in a minute. I'm high on slow dancing with you. 1, 2, 3, keep it going, last forever. All blacked out, then flying with you. I don't care that my mind's gone insane and my heart will burst into flames. No, I don't care about the heartache and pain, just don't let the memories fade. We know we are lost, in love with the lust, but heart trumps the mind, so we'll win anyway. Yeah, we own the sun, naive, wild and drunk. Oh, 'cause it's all up, 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 up. When I'm with you, I'm with you. Pink sky ride, going faster, getting wilder. Don't care if I get out alive.